Mr. Wangemann, welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
You were just sworn in for another 2-year term on the Gainesville City Council. How many years does that make now?
That makes 23 years, so I'm starting my 24th year on the City Council.
So I know you're excited.
Very excited.
Fresh new start for all of us.
Fresh new start. And I wouldn't do this again if I didn't like it. So I'm here because I enjoy it and because I enjoy serving the public.
Well, certainly there's a lot of work for the Gainesville City Council to do to lead a city the size of Gainesville, I should say. 2 major construction projects this year that we have all just watched. Lots of times projects are down a road and people don't see them, but this case, new police department and fire department off Queen City Parkway, and then the Georgia Mountain Center parking deck, which is attached to this building. We've watched those projects as they continue. Bring us up to date, if you would. And let's start with the police department first.
Okay. Well, that's progressing quite nicely in spite of the fact that we've had significant rains, which has slowed us down some. But pretty much Heery Construction Company is on target with what they're attempting to do. And right now they've got the building pretty much dried in, and the sheetrock will go up soon. And the HVAC system is being placed in even as we speak, and should be completed soon. So they're on target with everything they're doing, and we have an anticipated completion date of midsummer.
And then once you mentioned the drying in and the sheetrock, then all the furnishings can go in and we can actually move in. And then along with the police department is also the municipal court.
Right.
And so that's going to mean some changes for the way the city council meets too.
That's right. And we're excited about that. This will give us an official place to meet. And I think it'll be a very good place to meet as well. I'm
excited about the City Council. For those of our viewers who don't know, you'll actually have kind of a meeting chambers, if you will, and a raised area for you all to meet, and a nice area, the courtroom that eventually will be the courtroom. You all will be meeting in there.
So we'll serve the 2 purposes.
Right.
And that's good that we find 2 ways to use that facility.
That's right. We've been lucky all these years to have the Georgia Mountain Center, but we'll go on and use this for other meetings.
Right.
And then right beside the police department is the fire department.
Exactly. And we're excited about that. Of course, the old fire department and police station are being torn down soon, and after we, of course, complete the new ones, and so that'll open up the way for redevelopment of that block of Midtown. So that's exciting to us as well. There'll be some major improvements in Gainesville and the Midtown and downtown areas.
Well, we'll certainly have a big grand opening for the entire community to come out. Probably July. July is probably when we'll be working on something like that. So look forward to that.
I always push it back a month or so because things are always behind. But
and isn't it just so ironic that a year ago we were trying to figure out how we were going to get through the drought?
Right.
And here we are a year later, and we've had so much rain. We just can't get our projects done. But
exactly.
we're close, and I understand that the relationship and the working with Heery has been excellent.
It has been.
Very important.
We're very happy with the construction company.
And then the Georgia Mountain Center parking deck took much longer than expected this past year, but it finally opened.
Right.
And still a little bit of work to be completed as well.
Right. There are 3 elevators where the work needs to be completed yet, and that should be done by the end of the month.
Okay, so almost there.
We're almost there.
And I want to tell people that the parking deck is open for business, and please park in it and use it and come and shop downtown.
Right, exactly. It's a very nice looking facility too.
It really is, and we're so fortunate to have that.
We're pleased with the final product.
Another project that is going to begin in 2010, in just a few months. We finally closed on the CSX Railroad property in December. That will now allow us to begin the Greenway that we've talked so much about. Tell us a little bit about the Greenway and when we'll start to see some earth move for that.
Right. Well, naturally we're trying to connect Midtown to downtown and downtown to the lake. And that's going to happen when a major piece of this is completed, and that's the Midtown piece with the Greenway, the Rails to Trails initiative, so to speak. We've got a $100,000 grant from the Georgia Recreational Trails Program, and that should help us purchase materials that will be used for constructing the Greenway itself. and the labor will be provided by Public Works Department. So we anticipate starting on that probably about middle of summertime, and hopefully completing it about maybe by, I don't know, fall or so. And I think it'll be a wonderful addition to the city of Gainesville. It will allow people to walk through Midtown, through downtown, and all the way to the lake, and that's a good thing because I live right near there myself, and
That's right. You can use
that could
it.
be a new walking trail for me.
I'm sure it will be. And we talk about, and it also, the thing I like about it too is the green space, and it balances out. Here we are talking about building a police department, a fire department, all the bricks and mortar, and then we come in right beside it with this greenway, which just really, you can live and work and play downtown, which I think has always been one of the council's goals.
Right. It just offers people more things to do, I think, in the downtown area, and brings more people to the area where we hope they'll come, enjoy the downtown as well as spend some money.
That's right. And speaking of quality of life, because a lot of these are quality of life issues, you work very closely with Keep All Beautiful and your cleanups that you do not in Gainesville and around Gainesville, because when people come into town and when they're leaving town, those areas or corridors are important also for beautification. Tell us about your plans for working with them and for the city in 2010.
Okay. You're right. I do work very closely with them. In fact, I serve on the board of directors for Keep All Beautiful, and they named me the board member of the year this past year.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you, which I was excited about. And so we're looking forward again to a very rigorous schedule for the next 2 years of community cleanups. Each month we have a selected location where we go to and clean up that area. For example, January will be in Lula. I think February will be in Gillsville. And I couldn't tell you the rest of the schedule without that in front of me.
But we put that on the city website so people will know where to find the cleanups.
And we have a number of people that come out and help us, which is a good thing because you can check our cleanups, and we make a significant difference in cleaning up. Oftentimes we pick up as much as a ton of trash on one Saturday morning. And that's significant. I think every time, for everything that we pick up, it doesn't go into the lake and pollute the lake, which is really a source of our drinking water.
Right.
So that's an important fact always to remember. But we have a number of recycling projects as well, and working with Kelly Bowen of Full Bloom Nursery up in Claremont, we're going to be involved in the America in Bloom program as well, and that's beautifying our city here in Gainesville, and planting more shrubs and flowers and things that have a tendency to beautify the city.
More green space, like we were talking about.
More green space, that's exactly right. So we're excited about that. It's not just about picking up litter, but it's about beautification efforts as well. And
we also ought to take a moment here to encourage everyone out there to pick up after themselves. Because that's less you have to do. And when people, we've talked a lot today about bringing people into the community for tourism, and we want to have a beautiful, clean community for them to come to. That's a very important fact, too, because I would say the vast majority of property within the city, as well as the county, are private properties. And if people cleaned up their own property, we'd be much further ahead in the cleanup and beautification game. Well, we certainly appreciate the work of Keep All Beautiful and so many committees and organizations that the city works with. And we are just kind of all one big happy family, aren't we? We are. I'll pass that along to Keep All Beautiful as well. Yes, tell Cindy thank you. We appreciate what she does. Well, certainly we look forward to kicking off this new year with you in another term on the Gainesville City Council, and just excited to see what's ahead of us. Well, I'm excited myself.